Welcome to Rauta, I am Jerry, and this time we travel to Norway in terms of mid-tempo, rock and rollish, simplistic, hypnotic black metal. Welcome, Khold with dømmes til død. I had the pleasure of interviewing these guys at Inferno Festival in late March, and also got to see their gig first time in 20 years, and in my opinion they played one of the best shows during the whole event. And as such, of course, I'm not really surprised that the new album is good too. After all, it was their previous album Svartsyn that is my favorite Khold album so far. The new cover is featuring a rather iconic face of the vocalist guitarist guy with the black and white face paint with a little bit of blue light, well, coming from this direction obviously, to give it a little bit of color. And here you can see the lineup: vocals, guitars by Gard, the man in the cover, then Rin on guitar and Sarke on drums, the main songwriter, and Steinar on bass. So it's a kind of a steady lineup with three members being in the band since 2000, when the band was founded as a Toulouse side project. I mean, two of the main guys, Sarken Gerd, Blodstrup, I think he uses the other band, are the members of the band. There is also so-called fifth member in the band, and this is basically the similar situation that what you feel like Mr. Rauta was doing in Cannibal Corpse before joining the ranks, and as a sixth member, like being producer and, you know, having a background thing. With Khold, it's the wife of Mr. Guitarist vocalist who is writing all the lyrics for Khold and Toulouse. So technically speaking, not a member, but member, fifth member, so to say. And this is something you already got to see at Khold Metal Archive's site here. Says as Hildir as the fifth member of the band. Now, before we get into the music of dømmes til død, quick look at the band's discography. First years, very, very active, 2001, 2002, 2004, 5, and then a little bit gap until 2008. And then was only, after that, 8 years of existence, 6 years of gap for the Til Endes album, and another 8 years for Svartsyn. So there was a little bit of a hiatus moment, if you will, between these two. But what was a comeback, Svartsyn, like I said, my favorite album so far, and dømmes til død ain't much farther behind than that. Now, throughout all of these years, the band's music has been rather unchanged, and this goes for also this about 33 minutes of an album. It's very mid-tempo, it's kind of a hypnotic, it's very, very pattern-like black metal. Those who are looking for faster parts or more atmospheric parts or symphonic parts, whatever, melodic, clean vocals, whatever, are going to be disappointed, because Khold is what it has always been, much like Finnish band Archcode. You hear one album, then you know exactly how it's going to sound with the other albums as well. And that's, I think, is a forte for these kind of bands. You know exactly what you're going for when you buy a new album. When you hear a new song, you know what it's going to be for the whole of the rest of the album. dømmes til død is pretty much all the way down with the 9 songs. It's very compact. I mean, the songs are mostly 3-4 minutes. There is no extra lengthy tracks, so it goes beyond the boundaries. But it is focusing on what it does best. Heavy pounding riffs, mid-tempo, very good raspy vocals, and just being Khold. I don't know if there is a really other way to describe it. I would say this. I've always preferred Khold to Toulouse. Don't get me wrong, Toulouse has also good songs and good albums, but Khold has been always a little bit more grim, for the lack of a better word. And that's part of the charm here, really. I mean, all the albums are solid, some are obviously better than the others, but I mean, there are no big disappointments, really. It's always Khold sounding Khold, and this goes for this album as well. Now, for me personally, this goes between Svartsyn and some of the weaker ones, so I would say this is on the better half of Khold in terms of discography. A strong, solid addition to the band, whatever they have been doing for more than 20 years now. And if you like the previous ones, you're surely going to like this one. Then again, if you really didn't like the previous one, I don't think nothing is going to change with this one. It's just Khold being Khold, for the better or worse. Now, check out this album, and of course I hope you will check out the interview as well, which is already out before this review, so you get to dive a little bit deeper into the world of this band, and I hope that is entertaining to you as well. It is linked to this one, and of course links to the music and all is included in the description box. Now off you go and enjoy.